Well, hello, everybody. My name is Newton Sandin, and I am a proud member of the Orange Bowl Committee and happy to chair our Leadership Academy. And just for those who may not know, our Leadership Academy is a great endeavor of many of the great things we do at the Orange Bowl Committee. So many people know about our game, but this Leadership Academy is really slated to guide the aspirations of our young kids, particularly in the middle school, helping them be exposed to career opportunities, really different elements of the workforce so they can become productive members of our community, maybe even future leaders and members of the Orange Bowl Committee. We're pleased to have one of our great supporters and sponsors of the Leadership Academy. With us today, we have Jorge Alfonso, who's the district manager for the Florida Lottery. How are you doing today, George?
I'm very good, Newton. How are you?
I'm doing quite well, all things considered. There's a lot going on in the world and the country now, and I think what a great opportunity. One of the things we talk a lot about with our young people is about perseverance, right? Navigating through inevitable challenges that life is going to throw at you. Because as adults, we know that it's inevitable, and we try to make sure they're prepared, they can overcome some of the challenges. But first and foremost, how are you? How are your family? Everybody's doing well?
We're doing well. We're staying safe. Most of the family is at home. I've got 2 little boys, and they're doing virtual learning, so remaining safe at all times.
Good to see it. Well, somehow you find a barber, so I don't know. I'm not going to tell them you haven't been social distancing, but you look great, and we're happy to have you today.
Thank you.
Okay? So why don't we get started? Just a few questions for you here today. You can tell us, so communication is such an important element of all of our lives. And can you tell us how is communication also one of the topics we talk a lot about with our young people throughout this COVID-19 process? So how important has communication been for you and your team throughout this COVID-19 process?
Well, Moon, communication has been extremely important during this time. First, I do want to say, and thank you for asking about my family, but here at the Florida Lottery, we have a team that we work closely with, so we also care about their safety, and the safety of my team is my top priority. So with communication, we immediately began that with our safety measures that we were taking. So that was extremely important for us, just to communicate how we were going to stay safe at all times. There are many team members now working from home, so keeping them well informed is also extremely important for us. We're using new measures such as video conferencing like we are now to get them the most up-to-date information so they can help our customers.
Excellent. So when you think about communication, again, it's so important for us. We're having to adapt. This whole, pandemic with COVID-19 happened so abruptly for everybody. What are some of the positive outcomes you can say you've experienced due to the circumstance?
Well, I can't tell you what I have experienced is just a great amount of teamwork. Just seeing everybody come together, finding solutions. We're in a situation now that we're working under conditions that we've never had before. So we're looking at ways just to continue to exceed our customer service expectations. And I've just seen some wonderful ideas come from the team, and those ideas come together just with positivity and teamwork.
Excellent. Again, life, as we say, will always inevitably throw challenges at us. What do you say? What are some of the ways students can continue to practice some of the topics they've discussed throughout the Leadership Academy? I mean, some of the things we talked about as personal growth and development, leadership skills. What would you say to young people in terms of what to take away from this pandemic?
Well, I could have to continue practicing my leadership skills as well here. So some of the ways I do that is just continuing to learn with what I have available to me. Whether it's if I don't have a computer next to me, I'm grabbing a book. I'm talking to a loved one. I think we should always be working on our personal development. And as students at the Leadership Academy, what they could do to continue, I feel one of the easiest things that I like to do is just to reach out to a family member. That's one way to learn and to give back as well, because a lot of our family members, such as our grandparents, aunts, uncles, they would love to hear from us during these times when they're at home and really haven't maybe heard from us in a while. So great to reach out to them, spend a few minutes talking to them, asking them a bunch of questions, be prepared, and that's a way to really connect with them, learn, and give back.
I appreciate that sentiment. We talk so much about career aspirations people that want to start their business, but we also want our young people to be citizens. Be a good citizen. It starts with connecting and community, family. So I appreciate that feedback, guidance from you. What about staying active, right? Folks are really, all the gyms are closed, the beaches are closed. What are some of the things you've done to stay active and stay healthy during this?
Well, I've been exercising at home and trying to eat healthy. And one thing I know is it's not easy, but I'm still working at it. And what I have learned, it's interesting that you mentioned that, is you really don't need to go to a gym. What you need is a goal, and you need to get creative. And that's what I've been doing. A lot of the exercises that I've been doing at home, I learned in middle school. So I'm going back to basics and doing that at home. The teamwork aspect of it is getting friends involved, and you don't have to be there in the same room with them. A friend of mine reached out to me and sent me a message, and he challenged me to do 10 push-ups. And so it was a great challenge because I was able to do them, but he called me again and challenged me to some more. So just that competition aspect of it, and getting your friends involved and reaching out to them, whether it be a phone call, text message, a video message, and it's great to be challenged. So to the students of the Leadership Academy, I challenge them to start with 10 push-ups, get active, and keep going from there.
So I heard a few great nuggets that I'll extract from your comments. One, be creative. Life will inevitably throw you some curveballs, but you got to be creative. Second thing I heard from your comment just now was really engaging your friends and family members. Get everybody involved. We create this web of being able to communicate with each other. Even though there's limitations and we need a social distance, there's still ways we can challenge each other and make the best of it. I appreciate it. George, if you could close out with providing an inspirational message to this group of 6th, 7th, 8th graders, what would you say to these young folks?
Well, what I would say is 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, you're really at an age where it's an important time of your life. What you're learning and practicing now will shape your future. I would tell them and not to sit by and wait for all of this to be over. You can remain safe and be active and do what you can to make a difference, not only in your own life, but in the life of others, and continue to learn and continue to grow.
Well, that's our time, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you so much, George, District Manager for the Florida Lottery, a supporter of the Orange Bowl and the Leadership Academy. Thank you for your positivity. You look great. You look well grown. You look like you haven't been through a pandemic. I want you to know that your support, the Florida Lottery support, means the world to these young people. You may not see it all the time, but I can assure you that there's great value. Parents appreciate it. The teachers in the schools appreciate it. We appreciate the Florida Lottery and your continued support, and we hope to work with you for many years to come with the Leadership Academy with the Orange.
Thank you, Newman. It was a pleasure just to speak with you today. And I do appreciate the Orange Bowl Academy and Leadership Academy program. It's just a great teamwork, great relationship that we have. And of course, I love just the time that I spend with the students. Just a little bit and going back and forth with the great questions, and just to see everything that they're learning is really, really impactful.
Excellent. Well, there's going to be a full culmination of all of their activities, though they were abbreviated abruptly this year. We still are going to celebrate with the young people. So save the date, folks, for June 13th. We will celebrate. Yes, we have to make adjustments. That's what life is about. Save the date, June 13th. We will celebrate and acknowledge all the great accomplishments for all the teachers, our partners, and the like. Stay safe, everybody. God bless, and really appreciate all the Orange Bowl is doing in the community. We look forward to continue working with the Florida Lottery. Thank you very much.